What's up? This is Tom Froming from TwinsDaily.com, and I'm going to be talking about the Twins' 3-1 victory over the White Sox from Tuesday night. Just the fourth time the Twins have won with scoring 3 runs. They're 4-10 when scoring 3 this year, so it's not often they pull out these low-scoring wins. So that was good to see. Unfortunately, we got news that Byron Buxton's rehab has had a setback, and Marwin Gonzalez left this game with an abdominal issue. Still waiting for some more details on that, but this is going to be a pitching-focused breakdown, so let's get right into it. All right, so as you can see, this was a game started by Michael Pineda. That's meant good things for the Twins, maybe not always necessarily great things, since a lot of his starts seem to go pretty short, and that was definitely a thing that happened tonight, the big talker. But first off, just want to point out he gave up 1 run. It was on a solo home run, 8 strikeouts against 1 walk, only 3 other hits other than the home run. So he pitched very well, throwing strikes, getting ahead of guys, getting swinging strikes, everything you want to see. On the game score, he had a 61 on the game score, and that's actually his 10th 60-plus game score of the season. He's got 9 straight starts with a 49-plus game score, and the average is 50 on that. So he's just been really reliable and consistent. The only thing is they really seem to be protecting him still. Now, on the one hand, you understand why they'd want to be saving him and kind of making sure he keeps some bullets in that arm for a potential postseason run. But on the other hand, this isn't a guy they're committed to past 2019. And, there is sort of a bird in the bush is worth 2 in the hand. Did I get that right? They're birds. There's birds later and there's birds now. And you had a bird now. They seem to be saving him a bit. And they're not committed to him beyond this year. And you never know what's going to happen. They could get swept in the playoffs in the first round. And it kind of becomes a moot point that you were saving all these pitches. Now, he did throw 89 pitches in his 5 innings. So it's not like it was ridiculously low. If you break that down, he averaged about 18 pitches per inning while he was in there. If you would have added on another inning, that's 107 pitches. Obviously, we have no way of knowing how that would have gone, or if there's also the option he could have started the 6th inning and then had somebody bail him out. But I think it had a lot to do as well with the fact that Jose Abreu, by far the most dangerous hitter in Chicago's lineup, was on deck, the first guy up. So I think they just kind of wanted to avoid. There's 2 reasons they want to keep Pineda healthy, and they just kind of wanted to avoid that whole situation with the 4-hitter coming up. So I think I probably would have left him in. That's just me. There's certainly some reasons to take him out, but like I said, you don't know. It's not like if you push Michael Pineda to 105 pitches in this start or over his next few starts, his arm's going to fall off or something. Being conservative certainly errs on the side of caution. Just keeping him at 89 pitches, maybe is the smart thing to do, I guess. But it's a 2-1 game at that point, so a close game. I can see an argument either way, but I think I would have left him in. What do you think? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Of course, it didn't really matter that Pineda got taken out in the 5th inning because the bullpen was on point. A massive strikeout from Tyler Duffy was really a huge factor in how this game played out. But overall, the bullpen, 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts. All 4 guys that pitched, Sam Dyson, Tyler Duffy, Sergio Romo, and Taylor Rogers, they all had a shutdown inning. That's defined by a WPA of .06 or higher. That's a fun stat that you can find at Fangraphs. But yeah, so that decision to take Pineda out didn't matter at all. The Twins did tack on an insurance round, which was helpful as well. So it's 3-1. But Sam Dyson came in and he protected that 2-1 lead. Pitched pretty well, and an encouraging sign that I saw was that he hit 95.6 miles per hour. He has hit 96 a few times this season, by less than 10. So, we knew he had some kind of an issue that he went on the IL for. That wasn't like a huge issue, but it's still nice to see that he's throwing hard right now. He had a 1-2-3 inning. And then, again, Tyler Duffey, he created a very high leverage situation for himself. When I put leverage on this sheet here, I'm talking about at when they entered the game, because I think that tells us something of Rocco Baldelli's management. Now, at one point, the leverage index was over 4 when Duffey was out there because he allowed a couple hits, 2 singles. So with 1 out, there's 2 men on, and this was a 2-1 ball game at this point. And Duffey got a strikeout in that situation from the second out. Absolutely massive. Definitely the biggest out of this game, in my opinion. And you can see that was his only strikeout. He only had 1 swinging strike. His strike percentage was less than 50%. So he did not pitch well in this outing, which that's the risk when you have to turn to 4 bullpen guys. Chances are one of them's not going to have his best stuff working. That was Tyler Duffey today, but you know what? He got the job done and got through that inning. Huge way to wiggle out of that. But the whole rest of the bullpen had 1, 2, 3 innings. Everybody else, Sergio Romo, 3 strikeouts, strikes out the side. And then Rogers just looks very Taylor Rogers-like and has a 1, 2, 3 inning himself to pick up the save. So, again, awesome performance by the bullpen. Let's take a look over here at the bullpen usage. Let me just zoom out here. And you can see nobody really went too crazy. Duffey, even though he kind of labored, he only threw 21 pitches still, which isn't crazy. It's a bit high, but obviously they were off on Monday, which is why you see all the zeros there. So really taking a look at tomorrow's game, everything's matching up really good. I don't see any reason why anybody would be unavailable at this point, so that's great. Hopefully, Jake Odorizzi just pitches well. They don't really have to dip too much into the bullpen, although he's not the most efficient guy himself. But it's Odorizzi versus Detweiler, and Ross Detweiler hasn't been pitching well. So this is a big mismatch, especially after the Twins having to face Giolito, who's been on such a roll. They beat him. Now they get to face Detweiler. But that does it for me. Again, this is a really pitching focused. If you want the full story, the full game story, check out the Twins Daily Game Recap by Andrew Thayer today. Again, this has been Tom Fromming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.